when they're side by side like that, I think the my bicep actually looks better than I thought it was.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I actually agree with him, and I quite like the one on the left.
Yeah, and the pecs look even there, which is good too.
They do, yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, let's settle
that's
that.
funny.
So what is
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had my pecs looking even in my life, so that's nice to see.
Yeah, this one's obviously that position, that hand position is obviously working for you.
Yeah.
It looks good. Let's try and get let's go with the left pose. However, let's just try and get the lat more visible.
Okay.
By bending the elbow just a little bit more. So in this pose, twist your arm away around and just bend your elbow just a little bit more.
Okay, so that's on the hand that's not on the waist. Bend the elbow a little bit more.
Yeah, let's just see if that makes a difference. I just want to see if I can get the lat out a little bit more in that front pose. Bend the elbow more. Yes, that's it. Hang on, one more. Good, good. All right, let's put those together.
Package from Six Silk and Clothing Haul on the way. Let's see what we have in here. So just going to give you a physique update first. So as you can see, very flat. Flat just means depleted or no carbs. Feeling a lot leaner this week, definitely. But definitely very flat as well, as you can see. Definitely a lot leaner around here. Skin is starting to get very thin, which is very rewarding. But it's definitely been a very tough week. What's going on, everyone? So I'm just back from the gym. Today is Friday and feeling real. Today is a tough day and this week has been a tough week. It's been a lot tougher than the rest. It's been the first real week where I felt like, wow, okay, I'm really on prep here. Things are starting to get real tough. So what do I mean by that? I mean, like, normally I was hungry. That's the only complaint for the last 2-3 weeks, just hunger. And when I was doing training I was fine, but this week my weight training sessions have been fine, but when I was doing cardio I'm dreading going into it, and I'm dreading it while I'm doing it, and that wasn't happening before now. So this week things have definitely upped that regard. Today I was meant to have a refeed, but I'm going to the All-Ireland final tomorrow, going up to Dublin for a posing lesson early in the morning at 6 o'clock, so I asked him could I move the refeed to tomorrow. So even though my body weight had a dramatic drop last night of 1.5 kilos, I'm still gonna wait for another day. So I was 74.5 this morning, still gonna wait for another day for that refeed. So we're gonna do 2 hours cardio today on the treadmill, 16,000 steps on the Fitbit, and a 2-hour weight session. So things are getting tough, but now I'm just gonna show you, I'm feeling flat as I've ever felt, but now I'm just gonna show you the clothes I got. Alright, I'm gonna set it up here and try the clothes now. That should be sweet. So what did I get? First of all, well, I got a tight fit half zip, and then got 2 pairs of jeans. I'm thinking of getting, the reason was to get them for the photo shoot that I have coming up. Got a pair of tracksuit bottoms, because I love always wear tracksuit bottoms or shorts, and then I got a hoodie, and I got a school bag as well. So as you know, I take my blue, my blue Adidas hoodie or school bag I take everywhere with me. So I got a Six Silk one, and all of this was on sale, and all of this was fairly cheap. So let's try it on. Alright, so to start off the clothing haul, I firstly tried on the tracksuit bottoms. As you can see, grey. Everything I wear is grey or black. That's my uniform. I definitely will do a video further down the line on why I wear grey and black all the time, but not now. So this is a black hoodie I got. I absolutely love it. Lovely feel to it. Really fitted despite being that baggy kind of look. So it fits well even though it's bigger and rounder around the shoulders and that. Then I moved on to a tight fit half zip. I love half zips, even though because the weather is so cold and the gym is so cold in Ireland I don't get to wear them all that often, but I really do like half zips, especially fitted ones. I'm not a guy to be wearing super tight clothes all the time, apart from maybe skinny jeans, but I think since I've started up YouTube, I'm going to have to start wearing tight clothes, showing off the physique a little bit more than I do. It's not really in me or keen to be doing that all the time, but hey, if you're on YouTube, you're on social media, you kind of have to. The next I got was these skinny jeans. I've been looking for a pair of these for ages. I even tried to make my own pair, ripped them all myself. My girlfriend or the Gary Moore lads were not impressed. They got a great laugh out of them, but this is an actual professionally ripped pair that are pretty nice and ripped in the right places, easy to get on. The next pair is a grey pair, and I got it one grey pair and one black pair before the photo shoot because I'm not sure which colour I want to wear, but I know I want to wear one of those two colours. So I think they suit me best, just my personal preference. And skinny jeans from Six Silk are always a great fit. I absolutely love them, and I absolutely love the brand, and I only shop from very few brands. I'll explain that again in another video. And finally, a school bag, because I'll be walking around topless with a school bag on an awful lot around here in Ireland. So just home from my second cardio session of today, and that was an hour and 10 minutes long, and I was dreading that one because I'd already done 50 minutes straight post-workout, then about 2 hours break, a little bit of food, you know, no carbs, and then back in for another hour and 10, so 2 hours on the treadmill altogether today. 10,000 steps done on the Fitbit. I was dreading that second cardio session. Once I got into it, that was probably one of the best ones I've done in terms of how I feel. 10-15 minutes to go, I was flying it. Same thing happened yesterday with my weight training session. I was feeling flat, did not want to go into it. I felt better today, ironically enough, with no refeed, but yesterday I didn't feel good. Went in, got started, just ended up being a great session, and that was yesterday with the weight. So just when your body is telling you, your head, it's a lot of the time is telling you, oh yeah, I feel fucked, you know, I don't want to do this. A lot of the time that's when, as cheesy as it sounds, that's when you often get the best sessions done. You know, the most important sessions are the ones you do when you feel like you don't want to work out. They're the important ones. Everyone can blast away a good training session when they feel great and they feel like they want to work out and it's convenient time wise, but it's the other ones that really make up the ones that make the real difference, whether you're a bodybuilder, you're just trying to lose some fat, just trying to get in shape for summer. That's the first time that stuff has happened to me from a dieting standpoint or from a prep standpoint, but I've got it before in terms of like, I have to do a really tough squat session and I'm like, geez, my hip doesn't feel great today, or my knee is clicking a little bit or whatever. It's like, it's all bullshit. It's just your head trying to, you know, fuck with you or whatever. Sometimes you're in pain and you shouldn't train, but the vast majority of the time it's like, just go harder. Your brain is playing tricks on you. It's trying to get you to take it easy. What you need to do now is push now harder than ever. I'm sure a lot of you, if you've played sports or team sports, I know that's where I developed a lot of that. You know, you're doing it in a team environment, but you do develop that mental strength individually while you're doing it in a team environment. So I hope that helps, and that's the way my headspace is at the minute going into these sessions. Well, some of them anyway.
Morning checkup.
So breakfast for the lady, it's going to be an omelette, bacon, cheese, 3 eggs and spinach, and for me just some steak. So I'm going to keep my calories for later. A little bit of peanut butter for me, maybe too, as today is a refeed day. one time our video with the flip doesn't go perfect, but still looks pretty good. And steak for me, anyone watching this is going to think I have steak every day, but I actually have lamb half the week. Just when I'm filming these, I always seem to be having steak. Wow. And here's mine, finished. Just like, both of them take 10 minutes. I don't have time to cook breakfast is yet another bullshit excuse. The steak took 10 minutes, the omelette took 10 minutes. And I'm gonna have some apple cider vinegar with it because the influx in calories today. Both those breakfasts look amazing, and they're only 10 minutes each, start to finish. This is my outfit of the day. So this is one of my favourite jackets, but I have been too fat to wear it for ages. I'm back down 12 kilos now, so it actually fits alright again. So that's what I'm wearing, provided it doesn't start raining, because being in Crow Park when it's cold, wet and windy is probably one of the worst poses ever, I know from experience. So bringing a big jacket as well, because chances are it won't be great up there. Alright, now I'm going to leave for Bray, so I'll see you guys up there. Alright, so I'm in Bray now and it's wet and windy, so the outfit change, well, jacket change, not outfit change, of my big winter jacket. It's a wet, windy, rainy Paddy's day, so the match in Crow Park is going to be fun. But just finished my posing lesson there and it went unreal. I was so much better than last week, so much more comfortable. Said about my physique last week, I'm delighted with the way my posing went. I'm not saying it's good enough to win a competition, I'm just saying comparing myself to myself a couple of weeks ago or even last week, it's so much better. So I'm delighted because I'm improving. I'm not saying this is the best posing out there, I'm definitely gonna win the competition or anything, definitely not. I'm just saying this week was so much better than last week. I even enjoyed the posing so much more than last week, because I've mentioned a few times before that I found it really tough. Today I found it tough, but I felt like I was doing it properly. Kind of like when I'm PTing clients and they hate the exercise at the start, maybe a split squat or something, because their form is all over the place. But then when they get into it and they get the technique right, they start to enjoy it a little more, and I think that's exact same kind of thing that's happening here with me and the posing. Enjoyed it so much more because I felt like I was really into it, really moving into pose to pose. So I'm off to Dundrum now to get some food with Angela, and can't wait for that. So today is a refeed day, and I'll talk to you guys there. Gonna get these plain white t-shirts and a nice plainish black one. How can you go to Zara and not get something? I think €30 for both of them. Alright, so I'm outside at Liffey Valley and I ended up getting 2 pairs of shoes, mainly for photos and stuff. So navy Vans, blackouts. I never would have bought the blackouts, being honest. My girlfriend talked me into it and she ends up being right with an awful lot of this stuff. Normally I'm awful hard to change, but she tends to change my mind on clothes and shoes a little bit. So obviously I'm just finished, just back from Crow Park, and went into Liffey Valley to have a Nando's and do some shopping, get those shoes. Wanted them for a good while for photos and for my Instagram and stuff like that, and for the outfits I have for coming up photo shoots, and for obviously just taking normal shots at home then in my own gym and that. I just was at Crow Park. I watched the Kerr-Finn game. Probably looking at one of the best club teams ever to play the game, in my opinion. Like, I rate the current Castlebar team, so the Mayo champions. Well, Mayo's football I know the best. I think I know the best anyway. And I rate the current Castlebar team as one of the best teams probably ever to come out of Mayo. They have got 2 All-Ireland finals, won 3 in a row. Like, who was the last Mayo team to win 3 in a row? Gary Moore, back before I was born. So they're so good, and they've been able to compete with Corofin, who are one of the best teams ever to play the game. The style of football they play, the way they play it in, if you were trying to beat them, where the fuck would you try and start? Defence, attack, so good at everything, and the performance today was just out of this world. But I came away from the Schlockneil game and the Schlockneil Nemo game, and I thought Corofin were better than either team, even though that's not what many people were saying. But they have to put themselves up as one of the best club sides ever to play the game. I'm lucky enough to know someone very closely who's involved, the captain. So he's my sister's partner, and we actually disagree an awful lot on football, but it's unreal to hear his viewpoint on stuff. And I've just learned so much from him. But I think we disagree because he's from football and royalty, where literally like everything is so perfectly set up and well organised and everything. Whether let's just say my home club where I learnt everything, my underage career wasn't well organised or well run, to put it mildly. But enough about football. That's enough talking said about that. It's strange, on Paddy's Day I'm not doing anything, not going out. This is normally one of the nights, 5-6 nights of the year that I go out. I have kind of a tradition to go up to Dublin, go on a night out with normally the 3 best mates I have my own age. So most of my friends are actually a lot younger than me, but 3 of my best mates my old age, John, Shane and Enda, we used to always go up on this night or the night before Paddy's and have a fucking great time. But we're all way older, way wiser now, way more sensible, you know. Not really, but we have calmed it down a good lot, and we all actually have different shit going on this week and can't do any of that. Wasn't even mentioned, which is sad in a way. But I know after prep I'm going to have plenty of nights out. I've learned to #balance my work and my football along with nights out. You know, I don't like the word balance, because if you're balancing a few things, you're not doing anything 100%. So what I like to do is give something 100% focus, 100% effort, and then take 100% of a break for like a week or a couple of days. That's the way I work. I don't work by little bits here and there. I'm very sloppy. I can't switch tasks that quickly. But for now I'm working as hard as I can with the gym, with football and with my own physique in getting ready for the bodybuilding show. How could I forget? I almost forgot to tell you. This is my first ever Butler's Chocolates coffee. So it's not a hot chocolate or anything, it's just a coffee. I've never had one before. So being the coffee connoisseur that I am, I can't wait to try it out. I'll let you know how I get on. I've loved trying out new coffees and new baristas. On up. Give me a focus first. Okay, so today is Monday and I am scruffy looking because I'm in an empty gym. I'm just finished cardio. So tough today. I did an hour post workout and then I did an hour and a half. So 2.5 hours on the treadmill today, along with an hour and a half of a workout. Really tough. But like I was saying during the week or to David, and Dave was telling me, look, just enjoy it, embrace it. Decky Clear said it to me as well. Enjoy how lean you look. Enjoy the struggle. Dave was talking to me about posing as well, and he said a key thing you need to do is just enjoy the posing. So I'm in a position where I can end this at any time. The toughest days, I can just eat what I want. It's completely self-inflicted, so I'm not complaining about it. But today was definitely one of those tough prep days. Reminds me of a time last year when we were in one of our biggest matches with the team I train, and I was probably hyping them up a little bit, or not hyping, but pumping them up a little bit. Not shouting or roaring, that's not really me as a coach, but I suppose building up a bit of tension. And one of the most experienced players, when I didn't expect him to at all, just said, look lads, go out and enjoy it. It's county semi-final, it doesn't come around too often, and it was probably exactly what the whole panel and me as manager needed to hear at the time, was just enjoy it. Even though it's going to be hard, even though it's going to be a struggle, even though it's going to be tough, enjoy it, because they are the parts that you will remember the most. The struggle, the parts, it's where you struggle. Another thing that happened on the way home from Dublin the last day, I was with my girlfriend Angela, obviously, and we were on the M50 on the way home, and about 200 meters in front of us there was this grey Megane, and out of nowhere the Megane just pulled over into the right lane, and I was like, okay, well, he's after pulling into the lane I was about to take him over. But he doesn't stop there. He pulls over to the right lane and then bang into the wall on the motorway, doing about 60 miles an hour, I'd say. And me going faster, about to take him over behind him. So I put on the hazards straight away. He clips off the wall, goes straight back over it, pulls into the hard shoulder, drives on for about a kilometre and then pulls off. So literally he must have fell asleep at the wheel. But it just hit me hard that was it. It was all over, you know. It's like the Seneca quote, I'll put it up here now. And Seneca often talks on the shortness of life, which is stoicism, something I'm big into. You've probably heard me mention it before. We waste so much time pretending that we'll have time to do things in the future, but just like that, could be completely not your fault and everything's all over. If that was like 10 seconds later, he was into the side of my car, who knows what could have happened. Just like that, just like that. I've been blessed and cursed in my life to be in situations without the person who's passed away to be immediately affecting me, but I've been around friends and people who've lost people, and it's really hit me awful hard, because I'm probably the type that overthinks things and really reads into situations. And it's reminded me over and over again, look, do what you love doing. Doesn't matter if you're a complete failure, life could be over tomorrow. Do what you love doing. So I'm blessed to be doing that now for 4 or 5 years. Every day I get to do something I love. Things are tough, very, very tough a lot of the time, and I have to work really, really hard, but I do get to do what I love doing. And if anyone is out there, if there's any lesson you can learn from this above anything else, it's do what you love doing. Your life could be over tomorrow. Like that dude fell asleep at the wheel. I've done completely dumb shit behind the wheel before. I'm lucky still be here. We probably all have. Most of us anyway. I've rode off cars. I've been a fucking idiot behind the wheel. You don't know when life is going to end. Do what you love doing. So that's fairly somber, but it's so true. I mightn't even be making this vlog here talking to you just by a distance of 10 seconds, 200 meters. So the last bit of this vlog is gonna be me describing my posing from today. I was gonna do it yesterday, Sunday, but I ended up getting a second rest day in a row off my coach. So I was grabbing that with both hands. I wasn't coming in here to show you my exercises on a rest day. So the first exercise I'm gonna show you is my arm exercises there today. So the first exercise I'm going to show you is the bicep curl, standard easy bar standing bicep curl. Today is a low rep day, or it's the lowest rep day of the week. So I was using quite heavy on these. The bar is about 10 kg. What is an easy bar? Does anyone really know what they weigh? Around 10 kg and then 15 kg on either side of it, and that was for 6 to 8 reps. I felt really good doing it, get a good pump from that exercise always, and it's a very simple, straightforward exercise. The second exercise is the seated French press, or the seated tricep extension overhead. So real big stretch on the triceps. As you can see here, I've fairly decent shoulder mobility despite doing loads of direct arm work and that, so it doesn't affect your mobility at all if you're using proper technique. I get a good contraction here at the top and lock out good and hard. And then finally what I'm going to show you is my posing. I have to say guys, I'm absolutely delighted with the progress I've made in the last week. I've mentioned already in this video that I know it's not going to win the competition, and you can see it here for yourselves. It's not awfully smooth, but it is a big improvement on where I was, so I'm so happy with that. As you can see, the moving to the different transitions and the different poses, I do look a lot leaner and just feel great doing it, and I'm starting to enjoy posing, which I definitely didn't a couple of weeks ago. So with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and if there's one message you can take away from it, it's that you don't know when your life is going to end. So be around people you love, do things you love, test yourself, go and enjoy, get out of your comfort zone. Okay, things might be tough and they might be hard, but at least if you're doing something you love, you'll go to bed every night happy. And isn't that what everything's all about at the end of the day? So next vlog, next week. The weeks are getting closer, 5 weeks to go, and I'm really enjoying the journey, my journey to this competition. I hope you are too. Any requests, just let me know, guys. And that's me signing off.